Metro Weather Watch, evening update for the Evansville metro area and surrounding tri-state communities, with meteorologist Nathan Kitchens.
Hello everyone, and thank you for tuning in to your evening update. This update is brought to you by Vinny's Auto Detail. Visit them at their Evansville and Mount Vernon locations for high quality window tinting and auto detailing. It's a great time of year to get your vehicle spruced up. Again, be sure to tell them that Metro Weather Watch sent you. Looking at the radar snapshot, as of 7 o'clock this evening, keep in mind this video is being recorded around 7. It'll probably be posted a couple hours after this, but we have some active severe weather just to our southwest over parts of southeast Missouri this evening. You can see we actually had a tornado warning down around Poplar Bluff, Missouri. Even some tornado reports down there, and up to baseball-sized hail as well. So we're just missing out here on a severe weather event taking shape just to our south, and thankfully it looks like that will generally stay to our southwest. Can't run out a marginal severe storm in our far southwest counties, but again, we're more active severe weather just to our southwest this evening on the radar. And there's a severe thunderstorm watch, again, not for anywhere in our tri-state counties, but around Paducah, Kentucky, out towards there in southeast Missouri, around Poplar Bluff, Missouri. They're under a severe thunderstorm watch until 10 o'clock this evening. So severe weather expected towards that area. We're in the northern fringes of this here in our area. And looking at the Storm Prediction Center outlook, again, the marginal risk does go through our southwest counties, but that slight risk remains just to our southwest of the area. But just a heads up, if you're traveling in that area or have friends in that area, certainly they're dealing with some severe weather this evening out that way. But goodness, we had a warm weather day today. Certainly that's fuel for those storms, of course, the warm weather. 73 degrees was the official high in Evansville. Enjoy. I hope you enjoyed today because we have much cooler temperatures on the way. We are going to see a dramatic drop in temperatures for tomorrow. Much colder. And we're really looking at just a prolonged spell of chilly weather. In fact, we're looking at highs staying in the 30s Saturday and 40s from Sunday, Monday, and then Tuesday. We might go back down into the upper 30s again for a high. And we're looking at chilly weather continuing through the middle of next week before we start to rebound late next week. So we're looking at quite a stretch here of chilly weather. Of course, along with that will come that chance for some snow that we've been talking about. So I wanted to break this down and give you the very latest on what we're thinking. Light snow will likely streak in across parts of our area early Saturday morning, and then the highest chance for area-wide will be from about midday Saturday through the afternoon and early evening hours, and then that snow will kind of pivot its way southeast of here and centralize more over Tennessee as we go into Saturday night. So the best chances of snow in our area will be over our southern Illinois county, especially far southern Illinois, and southwest, western Kentucky areas have the best chance for snow. The entire area has a chance for snow, but the lowest confidence right now is just how much snow will actually fall across Indiana. That's the big story. Big question, I should say. Some of the models coming in, especially the global models, were trying to hint that some of our Indiana counties may not even see a flake Saturday. So there's still some uncertainty, but I think we're all going to see at least some snowflakes falling from the sky. Again, a big question mark here is just how much accumulation, which is tough given all the things going against us with this warm ground we have. And the snowfall rates will be key here. The snow is lighter. It's going to be tougher for that snow to stick. But right now I'm going to go with a general inch or less. I know that's it's another not a very impressive event by any means, but right now I just can't go any higher than this. I think an inch or less is kind of the best way to do for now, and we'll turn this as we get closer across the area. And again, I can't rule out. I think there will likely be some localized bands where there could be a little more than that. If you're watching me from, say, Madisonville over towards far southern Illinois, you've got a better chance to get more than 1 inch. But right now, it's just too early and hard to say where that would be. But right now, we're not looking at anything very impressive as far as snow totals in our area. But again, so that's just kind of an early look. And the highest amounts, where I think there could be 2 inches or maybe a little more, would be over, far southwest Kentucky, just south of our area, along that Kentucky and Tennessee border, and down into northern Tennessee. That looks to be the best area where there could be, a 1 to 3 inch band of snow down that way. Again, that really looks to be setting up just south of our area. But of course, this is not a set in stone forecast. I want to stress that this is not 100% set in stone yet. But these are the general ideas based on what we're looking at right now. So this is a map I posted on our Facebook page earlier, and I still feel like it's a pretty good map at this point. As far as the chances for you getting accumulation of snow on Saturday, it's still possible across our our entire area here. Really a good part of the area. I just have a possible chance because there's still some uncertainty here on the snowfall rates. How much snow is actually going to move across this area is my big question right now, especially if you're watching me from Indiana. That's why I really have some uncertainties. But again, there's still probably going to be some light snow and maybe some minor accumulations. But then the best chances will be down here towards Paducah, Mayfield, Hopkinsville, Princeton. And again, in Madisonville, you're kind of on that line, but you've certainly got a better chance than Evansville, that's for sure. And then, especially if you're heading down towards Nashville, Tennessee for the SEC tournament going on, they've got a good chance of snow Saturday night and probably going to get 1 to 3 inches down there in Nashville. That looks like a pretty good call at this point based on the current weather data. So let's dive right into the models. We've got a lot to look at here, so we're just going to have some fun and get started. First off, we do have the showers to get through tonight. I showed you on the radar there, that radar snapshot. And again, the severe weather chances mainly off to our southwest. We'll see some pockets of heavy rain, mainly over our western Kentucky counties, pushing through throughout the evening hours, so just be aware of that. And after that moves through, we are going to see these temperatures starting to drop pretty quickly overnight from north to south across the area. And we will dry out as well. So we're going to be dry for that morning commute Friday morning. Everything looks dry, and we will be just fine. So Friday will be a quiet day. We'll actually see a lot of sunshine coming in Friday, so it'll be a sunny day. But we're going to go from that high that we had today of 73 to about 45 degrees on Friday. So that's it for our high Friday, mid-40s. So it's going to be a very chilly day. And that cool air will just continue to ooze in here Friday night ahead of some of that precipitation on Saturday. So, again, Friday looks like a dry day for us with that high pressure overhead. And there's our system on Saturday. So by Saturday morning through midday, that snow is pushing in from Missouri, southern Illinois, and pushing into our area during this time frame. And as we go through midday and the afternoon hours on Saturday, you can see that snow, especially from Evansville and all across southern Illinois. This is just some light snow, and then it's focusing the main bands of moderate or heavy snow across southern Missouri. But watch as we go through the evening hours, it just continues to shove the storm further south. So then your main band of heavier snow, where there could be, an inch, maybe a couple inches or so, maybe a little more, would be over the central part of Tennessee and the far southern tip of Kentucky there. So this model is trended further and further south here, even with this latest run. And if that's right, I'm telling you, if that's right, a good part of our area is just not going to see a whole lot of snow at all out of this. And looking at the accumulation from that model, again, it's printing out about 0.2 of an inch at Evansville. And keep in mind, this doesn't even account for the fact that there's probably going to be some melting. So then when you add in that factor, there wouldn't be much of anything. But again, this is not set in stone yet. It's got a little more over southern Illinois, where there could be an inch or so. And then it's got heavier snow from about Paducah there around Hopkinsville area and down there towards Tennessee, where there could be an inch or two. But you can see if this model's right, let's say this model's right, most of our area is just not going to see much snow at all out of this. But I'm not completely sold this is right, but the GFS and the Euro have really backed off in our area, seeing much of any snow. So this is something I don't think we can completely ignore right now. But I'm trying to focus more now on the short range models, since we're getting more into that time frame where they're going to be a little more better versus these global dynamic models. But looking at the NAM model, what it's showing as far as snow accumulations, if you're curious, it's got about an inch or so in Evansville, but it does have a more impressive band here just to our southwest near Madisonville, and then over towards Paducah there. It's a little more impressive, trying to show a 2 to 3 inch plus band, but again, that doesn't factor in the fact that there will be melting going on, so don't expect 3 inches on the ground, but it's showing a little heavier rates of snow there that could put down a little bit of snow on the ground. And then you see that heavier band centralizing over Tennessee. I think this is way over down in Tennessee. There is no way Nashville's going to get 6 inches. No way. But I think 2 to 3 or so can't be rolled out for central and eastern Tennessee, but not 9 inches like that's showing. I wouldn't trust that. But looking at the various ensembles of the GFS, they're all in pretty good agreement, and they continue to kind of trend a little further south with this. And when you average it all out in the one map here, you can see it's focusing the best chances now over western Tennessee, southern Missouri, northern Arkansas, and again, it does show some snow, light snow within our area, but certainly it's it's even just from yesterday, it's trended further south and even lighter on these totals. So, that's kind of interesting, something we need to kind of continue to monitor. And this is the probabilities for at least 1 inch of snow out of this system from the GFS ensembles. And you can see it's certainly focusing the best chances over Tennessee, far southwest Kentucky, especially over Missouri and northern Arkansas, and southwest Illinois. So that's kind of the area it's honing in on right now, and it has pretty low chances over Indiana areas. Again, that's from the GFS ensemble, the probabilities for at least 1 inch of snow. And I'm going to go to the NAM model now, what it's showing. And as we go, I showed you that accumulation map from that model, but now we'll go and look at the simulated composite reflectivity from that model. So it's showing some of that light snow coming in Saturday morning. It focuses that heavier band, as I mentioned, a band just southwest of Evansville from southern Illinois down through central western Kentucky counties. So they're around Madisonville. If this was right, you would get a more intense band of snow that could be enough to, again, have a better chance to put down some accumulations on Saturday morning. And then going through today, Saturday, it continues to show that snow pushing across the area, again, especially across southern Illinois and our western Kentucky counties as we make our way through the afternoon. But it also has more snow over Indiana as well. So I want to mention this too, that this NAM model run hints at a band of snow still kind of setting up over Evansville area, even up to Vincennes, Saturday afternoon. So if this is right, again, the entire area would have a better chance to get those light snow accumulations. And then it does focus that heavier snow by Saturday night over central portions of Tennessee here. So that's a look from the NAM model. I'm going to be more interested to see what the new run of the NAM shows tonight, as it should get a better sampling of that system that's moving on shore now over Washington. And it'll be interesting to see whether or not there's any shifts in this track of this forecast here for this system. So again, this is still a map look here that I made. And I think this still looks pretty good, with most of our areas still in that chance to see some light snow accumulation Saturday, and certainly the better chances off to our southwest. But again, this is not set in stone just yet. We'll be watching the latest model trends, and we'll keep you updated on the very latest here. And I may even drop in a live Facebook update once the new NAM comes in and some new data, and we'll see whether or not it shows any changes. It seems like, if anything, these models just continue to trend a little bit lighter and a little bit further south with these snow totals. So right now, I'm just going to go with a general 1 inch or less, with localized bands of higher than that possible. But this forecast is still very early and subject to change, with those highest chances over western Kentucky and southern Illinois, and that lower chance over Indiana. The way things look right now. And last thing I want to leave you with, of course, this is our Metro Weather Watch Severe Weather Preparedness Week, and of course, this is our Midland Weather Radio campaign using Google Associates. Obviously, this is the baseline to receive severe weather warnings during severe weather. It can save your life during a severe weather situation. And we posted a link here on our Facebook page, but I also wanted to post a link here on this PowerPoint video here. So here's the link for it to receive that weather radio. And there's a new sale if you're on Amazon Prime here. And we just want to see how many weather radios we can get in the hands of our followers to keep you guys safe during severe weather, because these weather radios are just a must-have to keep you safe during severe weather this spring. So again, that's our Midland Weather Radio campaign here, and so I wanted to make sure I post that here. Now we'll wrap it up for your evening video update. Thank you for tuning in. I know it's kind of a long update, but I did want to kind of go through all those models and just show you what they're showing. And still some uncertainty in this forecast for Saturday. So we'll keep you updated as we go through the next 24 hours here. So stay tuned and have a great rest of your evening, everyone.